Stars Without Number, White Wolf Pyre, Session 6. Time for the recap.
My notes are incomplete, so we were talking about a chair, and we were like trying to recover data out of a luxurious chair, and then we set to a jungle.
You had a head injury. You don't remember the start of it. It began with us trying to intelligently disassemble a cryopod, which involved us, well, using the janitor bot to light all the vines on fire.
That's right. That's right.
Which did work, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
And we lit the vines on fire. They all died a horrible, well-deserved death. And then we sent a janitor bot and myself and who did we send in else? I'd, yes. And we went in looking for anything else in the structure. Janitor bot found another room that was empty, full of cages that looked like they'd been, whatever was in there had been eaten. It was at that point we said, okay, fine, Corvold, start disassembling the cryopod, and the rest of us kind of ditched him to go looking for anything else out there. And after lots of no luck, we did eventually find the F-150 did fall into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
And it was filled with foam and other liquids, and we got F-150 out easily enough, and then we sent in Janitor Bot underneath there to see what was there, and he found a super fancy chair. Janitor Bot brought the chair out, and there was a little light glowing on it. And then we were like, oh, okay, let's have a Corvold experiment with the chair and see what it does.
At which point he vanished.
Yeah. Turns out it's a teleporting chair.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our programmer wasn't there, so we couldn't work on programming the chair to find out if we could teleport off the planet. But, yeah, so we got the chair and we're like, okay, well, we've been driving around in circles for hours and tired. F-150 is going to, want sleep or something soon because he gets angry when he's hungry, as we all know. And we decided to head back to the main camp, where we found a bunch of bodies stuck up on buildings with shovels and things impaled through them in a modern art masterpiece. We confronted Shorter, and he said, oh, yeah, that was me. And after a bunch of back and forward, and the decision, okay, we're going to murder Shorter and be done with this. And then, okay, we don't have to murder Shorter yet. We decided, okay, time to crash. We crashed. There was a sound outside. Turns out there were 6 people. Anne went out to see what was going on, found the person lying on the ground, and she was going to sneak him out. Her hand caught on fire. She yelled, and turned out she could heal the person. And then she professed to everyone, I am the true prophet, follow me. And they said, okay. And we went back to the truck, slept the night, woke up in the morning. Shorter was gone, but everyone was gathered around for a speech they're all expecting me to give. And I think that's about everything. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, let's see. No, you got everything. You did get a ping from a buoy that said what system you're in. You're in the GRIS system, restricted planet by ICOOS.
Yes.
When Carlton shot out that message, you did get a ping back. I know you ran into Memento. You did follow the guy back who you saved to make sure that he survived, and he did run into one of the closest house in Agrarian.
Yep.
And Preston is in the group with Memento, awaiting your speech, and you realize there are no guards around Shorter's hut, and his drape or whatever he's got covering his the entrance is gone, and you would assume that he is probably gone.
Yep, the butt flap is open to the tent.
So it is early in the morning, and everyone's kind of crowded around F-350 as they are all waiting for this, the speech, waiting to hear from the Fire Prophet.
Oh dear.
I have to pee again. Why are all these people in my way?
Corvold, not the time. I'm trying to think what to say. I'm not good with speeches.
Just tell them to get out of the way first.
Make way for the great Corvold. Now, point towards Corvold.
I have to piss. As he starts wading through the people.
Yes, before I get started, does anyone need to use the restroom? No? Good.
A couple hands in the group. They raise their hands.
Oh, go take care of it right now. We can wait.
Okay.
F-150, should I be this nervous?
I mean, it is kind of a tense situation.
Oh, I don't know about that. We're just trying to rile a mob to peacefully not murder everyone while other people are going to come here and attempt to murder them.
Indeed.
Well, wait for Corvold and everyone to get back. Don't want to be rude about this.
Yeah, the other people have returned already. Corvold is still missing.
Well, until he gets back, he could be a while, normally about 30 to 45 minutes, depending.
After about like 10 minutes, Corvold would return.
Corvold, your pants are still down.
Oh, are they? I swear I buttoned them. That must have been the jungle snakes.
What?
They'll do that to you if you're not careful. Anyways.
Yes.
Everyone, listen to Anime. She has something important to say.
I hope I do.
The hell are jungle snakes?
Yes.
They'll get you too if you don't listen. And he gives like the wagging finger.
Oh hell.
People, when this world was first created, there were many great civilizations upon it, until the dark day of the city above, and there's something of the jungle snakes.
Oh, I hate the jungle snakes. They're always gonna get your pants when you're not looking.
They came upon this world and cleansed it of life, but I have come to bring back life, taking it away from the jungle snakes in the city above.
Tell us more about the jungle snakes.
Well, they're big.
How do we protect ourselves?
Through faith.
I will try to not believe in them, even though their bites hurt very much.
It's important to believe in them, but believe in me more, okay? I can protect you from the jungle snakes.
How? Corvold's like scratching his head and like.
I imagine Corvold's like just standing in the middle of the crowd. Like,
Exactly. He's not like with you. He's like in the back.
Because I can heal people from the most grievous of wounds, I alone can heal people from the bite of the jungle snake.
Then heal me.
I have this really bad boil on the inside of my thigh. Do you think, is there anything you can do for that?
Well, in my professional opinion,
this skin suit, the cat suit, you know, it chafes and rubs, and I developed a boil. So
I know very well, thank you. But okay, I'm not sure what your boil is, but I can tell you with 100% certainty it's not lupus.
good to know.
However, if we wish to defeat the Sky City and their vicious jungle snake hordes, we must first make peace with Agrarian and all the other settlements on the planet. That is the only way we can succeed. How many of you will join me in this fight against the great jungle snakes?
Give me a talk roll.
I got 6 intelligence for something here. So I can roll very high talk rolls. That's oh my god, I can't believe if this is gonna work or not. That's that is 9. Literally the highest I can roll.
You definitely have their attention,
Ah,
and they are
good,
concerned about the jungle snakes.
as they should be. First things first, we need to go to Agrarius and stop whatever they're going to do about all these dead bodies here. Who here is in charge of supplies or anything? Anyone here in the camp?
They all come. They're all kind of looking at each other.
F-150, can you take an inventory of all the supplies we have here?
I believe you mean F-350.
350, my mistake, I apologize.
You seem nervous. Do you need a medical check?
Probably, but not right now, thank you, Andy. We need to know what we have available here so that then we can determine our next course of action. Everyone, I want you to listen to F-350 and he will explain how to improve and build up the camp so that we can protect ourselves from the jungle snakes.
I've got my gladius. They won't stand a chance as long as I bring it to the bathroom.
Very good. Yes, more sharpened objects would be helpful. In the meantime, me and my party will prepare to go to Agrarius and negotiate a peaceful resolution that will eventually allow us to leave the planet.
Aren't you afraid the jungle snakes will follow?
What if they get on the ship?
Yeah.
We won't let them. We'll
I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking snakes on this. Yeah. And with that, Carlton pops a cassette into F-350's, into his stereo on the dashboard, side 2 of LA Woman, Crawling King Snake, and just cranks the volume to 11. So yeah.
The snakes will learn to fear this. True terror exists with the snake. So then, yeah, everyone just work with F-350 and he'll explain what needs to be done. I'm going to get up to leave and throw up in the forest.
And throw up in the forest?
Yeah, in the
A couple of the outsiders escort you, and they have a few, like one's got a shovel that he picked up, and another one's got like a pitchfork, because they don't want you to get attacked by these snakes that may come out. So
excellent. Yes, let's give me a moment, everyone. Let's wait here. I'll be behind the bush. And I light the bush on fire, and it talks to me in the voice of God. I've seen this before.
So Corval is going to, as the crowd, is the crowd just kind of sitting there, or are they dispersing?
They're
what's their
waiting. They've
reaction?
heard that the F-350 is supposed to say something to them, so they're waiting for further instructions.
F-350 is. Jim Morrison is blasting out of F-350 speakers right now. Well, I'm the crawling king snake.
F-350 will begin delegating, just like if you were to take the whole crowd out in front of us and just make it a giant pie chart, Just start taking chunks. All right, these people go tally up resources. These people go dig trenches. These people go cut
Yeah.
down trees.
Yeah, they have been doing some defenses already. So there's some of that's already been started because you guys started that before.
Now
Yeah,
they're actually gonna get to
F350 will-
work.
F350 will begin delegating and micromanaging.
Okay. Give me an administer roll.
Ooh, I actually have that.
That's why I put
actually
it
one
in
of my
dodge.
skills. It's a good thing I have that because that is not a good roll. That is a 4.
Well, they've been working on some of these tasks already, so this isn't a big surprise. You find out that they've got enough for like 7 days of food. They've got these packets. So
F350 will also instruct a small crew of about 4 of them on how to begin building a catapult.
okay. So they've got like 260 of these packets.
They're not beaten chalk again, are they? Right?
They're a sort. The only way to know the taste of the flavor is to open them up because they're all worn off.
Okay. I'm not going down that road again.
Not a fan of the chalky beats.
Shake one of them, chalky beat, shake another, chicken, shake a woman, 3 periods left, shake another one, chicken pot pie.
What about beady chocolate?
That's my favorite type of chocolate. I'll come back after disgorging my stomach.
All right.
Or chalk with beet sauce?
Doesn't sound appetizing.
Corvald's going to, as F350 is micromanaging and delegating, Corvald's going to get back into F350 and get comfortable.
Okay.
I didn't hear express consent given. Like, what?
F350 doesn't get consent. He enjoys it.
So Memento comes up to F350. Hey, are you guys gonna go into Agraria then?
Yes.
Can I come?
That is up to Annie Mae.
What skills
Well-
will you bring to Agraria?
I mean, it says right here, and he pulls out his notebook. It says right here, it says, you're a good friend, Memento. I mean, that's what she said. So
Can you lance a boil though? Like Carlton says as he kind of limps over. Trying not to,
I
trying
mean, I
not to
could
allow
try.
his thighs touch.
I could try to do it. I don't know if I've ever done it before, but
No, that's.
let me
that's
check
all
my
right.
notebook, see if
That-
there's something in here. I could have
that's
done it
okay.
before. I just don't remember.
I'm just gonna see if Corvald has another pair of those fine shorts, those short shorts that he wears, because like his thighs look pretty good. They're pretty clean. So no chafing.
Yeah. One pair, unfortunately.
We'll
I
fix it.
don't. I wash them every other week.
Yeah, I'm sure.
F350 is going to ask a few people in the crowd.
Have you seen the location of where Shorter went?
No, we didn't notice him leave.
That is most unfortunate.
Everybody can make a notice roll.
I don't want to.
That is a 3.
7. I'm rolling a d6, right? Yeah,
Yep.
7 plus 1.
0.
Nice. Got a 1.
Carlton, as you're thinking about your boil,
It hurts.
and your issues there. And you hear F-350 say this. Not a lot of, a lot of people look like they didn't notice, but Preston has the shit-eating grin on his face. Like, yeah, I know where he is.
Can I relay that to F-350 without saying it out loud? Like, can I type it into my data pad and it'll transfer to
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
that'd
so
work.
I do. I'm like, I basically, I let him know that Preston looks a little sus, and that he probably knows. He's probably seen Shorter.
F-350 will, well, I mean, he doesn't really look at anybody, so.
His headlights
picture's
kind of
gay.
like,
You'll see like the hydraulic manipulator arm come up, point at Preston.
yeah.
I believe you are very close with Shorter. Perhaps you know where he has gone.
Yeah, I might have saw him leave the camp, head out.
In which direction did he progress?
He headed towards Agraria.
One direction.
I see. I shall raise this concern with Annie Mae.
Any other supplies in camp that anyone brought to F-350's attention as he was delegating people? Any like spare clothing or electronic equipment of any kind? Or is they pretty much don't got nothing, do they?
Yeah,
Medical
they don't have much. They've got Adam's World Champions clothing, but that's about it.
I see.
And they've got some water filtration systems.
All right, F-350 is going to go find Annie Mae then.
Okay.
I'm probably making my way back to camp with my elite honor guard, I guess.
It seems as though Shorter has gone towards Agrarius.
I think I might know why. First, though, I'm going to enter his tent and see if there's anything in there that might be of use.
Indeed. Supplies here are low.
Well, that's good to know.
Enough food for roughly 7 days.
Well, that's how long we have after watching the video anyway. I'm going to turn to one of my honor guard and say, how often do you get more food here? And where do you get it from?
The food have been kept in stores by Shorter, but we haven't really made any kind of food runs. Every once in a while, when we would go into Agraria to speak with some of the locals, we would get some food from them. But
How often would Shorter leave the camp?
rare. It was rare that he'd leave the camp.
Did he come back with anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's $5 grand and a couple dollars less.
I don't know. We really didn't bother him.
I can understand. Well, thank you for escorting me. F-350 will have a task for you.
Okay.
F-350 will point the hydraulic arm at the guy.
Latrine duty.
Oh, that's a good one. There's no jungle snakes down there. You're lucky.
Orvald, Carlton, will you come with me?
So excited, he takes off. The other guy's like, "Can I help him?"
You may
Oh,
assist.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Wait up, Nate. I'm right behind you."
10 out of 10 wood shit here again.
Did they forget a shovel?
They got it. I need one. The other one's management.
I suppose it does take two men to run one shovel. Sometimes more. Depends on how much the government's involved.
Okay, Corvold and Carlton, let's go.
Where are we going?
Shorter's tent. There might be something in there of use.
Why?
Well, because he didn't let other people in there very often. There might be some electronic device or a notebook or any number of things that we might find.
Or a
Right.
really nice dirt floor for you to, admire and lay on. Like you never know. The inside of that tent could be amazing.
Or maybe
Ah.
even a shorter pair of shorts.
Also,
He is called
Carlton,
shorter.
you have now finished your memoir for the day, correct?
Yeah. Sure.
Perhaps you could take a moment to check out this chair and see if there's any data stored within.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, can I check? So what is this, like a chair that people are like plugging into? Is this a matrix style chair where I'm gonna, jack in?
It can teleport you places.
Okay. All right. Can I try program
Yeah.
roll to see what it does? All right.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you like to
a
examine the chair?
super comfy chair. If that's that's up. Is Carlton going to let him sit in the chair? That's the question. Because Carlton's kind of possessive of that chair.
Meet Corvald.
Corvald, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't fuck it up.
So unfortunately though, that is only a 4. So yeah.
What are you doing?
So you sit in this chair. It's very comfortable. It's like memory foam fitting. It's like massaging lumbar support. It's really, really
This
nice
is so
considering.
nice. It's like it relieves the pressure off my boil. This is really. Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry if I'm getting a little pus on there. Don't mind that. That's fine. Coral, don't worry.
Corval's just giving you the stink eye.
So what you're saying, Corvald, is roll initiative called.
You're looking at the keypad and you realize that the symbols are just kind of, this is some kind of prototype. So these are just like symbols that they made up to run this thing.
Okay.
And it's in what did we say? It's in display mode. So it's
Okay.
running through all, it's like lights go up the side of it and it goes through all these different displays and lights. And you start to hit it and cycle through all the different flashing and strobing and, moving and almost, like a Christmas tree. And then give me a D100 roll.
Oh no, not the epileptic fit.
91.
All right. And then roll a D8.
8.
Okay. And just as you're like you plugged in and you're like, I was like, oh, okay, I think I got, and you see Carlton just vanish.
Finally. And Corval will like sit in the chair. And he like kind of wipes away the pus.
Yeah, it did
Oh.
not stain it and or absorb into it. But what you guys saw was you see Carlton up there mess with the keypad, and those like coat hanger things come out of the headrest and stick right into his head, and he shoots up with electricity, and he vanishes. Very similar to what happened to Corvald.
Well, that's one less mouth to feed if F350 recalculate.
Yeah,
Food supply.
F350 is going to check on the navigation's computer to see if Carlton's data pad is still showing up on scans.
Yeah, he's still showing up. Yeah,
Okay, how far away is he?
he is 91 meters away, headed like 11, 12 o'clock.
I shall go retrieve Carlton.
Be gentle.
So Carlton, you're in the middle of the jungle, standing there.
Did I feel any pain or anything? Like
No.
Okay.
Disappointed.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. So I look around for the chair to see if the chair is still there.
No, the chair is not there. You are by yourself. You do hear a noise of a vehicle approaching.
Okay. Can I spy through the jungle what the vehicle is?
Yeah, it looks like F-350.
Perfect. I start running towards that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch out for the jungle snake.
Insurance! Here I come.
Do I come around the corner of a tree and suddenly find a wild Carlton right
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
in my
Just
path.
like
Whiplash.
This is
that-
the same experience that Corvald had with the chair.
So why did you tell me to look at the chair?
I figured with your advanced knowledge of computers, you would be able to find some data.
It's some sort of, so here's what I'll tell you, right? Like, this is not any system that I am familiar with, and moreover, it looks like somebody kind of they put some sort of, I don't know, symbols on there to maybe try to control it, but this is nothing that I've ever seen.
So you know the sequence. You can, so it's a teleportation chair. You know the sequence. You can teleport you from 1 meter to 100 meters.
Oh,
It will take further study to actually get the direction down.
got it.
But right now, you can actually easily plug it in, and you know how far, how to activate this thing.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Here's what happened at F350. I did that on purpose. I was just testing the chair to see what the capabilities are. This is a teleportation chair, as you can tell, because I just got teleported. And I know the sequence. So you know, I was just testing you. That's all.
That much
That's
would
what I've
appear
been-
to be true.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. And at that point, Corvald like swivels around because he's sitting in the chair and the bat.
His eyes now black with malice. No pupils.
You didn't trust an old codger to deal with this newfangled tech. Of course, it gets you where you want to go.
What you fail to realize is that now me and the chair are one. I am the chair and the chair is me.
It's like Granny in her rocking chair in the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, I
We're never
actually
getting him out
I
of that
picture
chair.
it more like a big ass giant lazy boy, you know, where like he kind of kick it back and the footrest comes up. Yeah, for sure.
Shall we head back to Shorter's shack then?
It's like a B-52
Sitting.
song. Yes, let's do that. Let's go to Shorter Shack.
Shorter shack. Shorter shack.
Yeah, leaning back. Corvald's like, onward.
If you need food and you can't afford any of it, come on down to Shorter to get it. You know I'm eating it, right? Yeah, that works. Mumble rap. Yep, head on down to Shorter shack.
All right, you head into his metal hut there.
Yep.
Inside is a bedroll. He's some kind of makeshift nightstand. It looks like a metal piece from maybe a crash ship or something. That's got a door on it that is not locked and it's open. And then sitting like it's a round, very round. There's some piles of clothing. Looks like atoms, Galactic Champions clothing. Some writing. He's done some kind of writing on the wall in a language you are not familiar with. And in the corner looks like a tube. It looks like a lava lamp because it's bubbling by itself. And then there's like this black like cylinder sitting at the top, on top of it.
That's cool as hell.
I doubt I'd know anything. I only have 6 intelligence. Corvald, can you examine this thing? The lava lamp thingy?
Does Corvald recognize it? Or does it look familiar or like ring any bells? As like what he might is it like maybe not it recognizing it directly, but like what this could be.
You could make a no roll.
You said this is like a room below Shorter's hut, right? Or how was this described again? I missed the.
No, we're in Shorter's hut. We're not.
Yeah. There was like a metal door or something though.
No, it's a metal shed, like
Like a little it's
like
a little
corrugated-
nightstand that's got a
yeah.
door on it.
Right.
There's nothing in it.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
He knows.
Clearly,
Some
Actually-
kind of-
clearly, Corval did not take his Geritol today.
I rolled a 2. Sorry.
Still, okay, Still forgot to take his share.
That the liquid is hard to figure out. It's some kind of energy.
Ah, yes, this is liquid energy.
There are no electronics in the campfire. You need energy.
Why do I have the sudden urge to drink the liquid energy?
Don't
I think
do
it's
it,
like Red
Carlton.
Bull.
Don't drink it, lizard boy.
Sir.
You know, Breeze, thanks for bringing that up, by the way. I really don't like your anti-reptilian rhetoric that you were spouting earlier. There's nothing wrong with giant jungle snakes, okay? Snakes are our friends.
No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Yes.
Carlton, you are aware that the jungle snakes killed almost all of your people.
That's not true. now you're just trying to manipulate me.
No,
so-
it's completely true. You can trust me. I read all about them in the history books.
I'm gonna look that up. So
Anime's
Well,
furiously typing a wiki article.
Yeah, just
so Carlton is actually gonna pick up the lava lamp
Mhm.
and just sort of rock it back and forth so that the
Yeah, it kind of it
kind of lava
moves.
lamps. Can I have a thing in no. Can I
Yeah.
maybe know what it is? All right. So I look at it and I get a 5 on my no roll.
So yeah, you're
I'm sort
looking
of just
at it
rocking
and you
back and forth.
you notice the bottom, and the bottom says a property of eclipsing mind.
Okay.
And this kind of setup, you realize that this filter thing at the top, this like black cylinder, is more like a filter, and it's used somehow to it.
Oh,
It's
I
like-
bet that's how they're getting the life force out of the water and everything else, right? Right?
It's used to bring stuff out or dry stuff out, or it's. You realize that this cylinder is like powering this filter.
Okay. So I relay that to Corvald and Anime, and you know how we came across the people and then like who was stealing the water tasted good because the water actually had like life force in it, and then we had tasted the stale dead flat water. Like, do you think that they're using this device is what's drawing the life out of this planet, and why things won't grow and why the water is bad, and all of that?
wait, which piece of the device is doing this?
So the cylinder itself is like sucking something out of whatever the contents are. It basically is like it's a vacuum, like a suction. It pulls something out. My guess is like sort of the life force or the energy, because remember how, Corvald initially thought it was like an energy drink. My guess is this cylinder thing acts as some sort of it's sucking life force, almost like using people like a battery. Or whatever the contents are, like a battery. It's drawing off the energy, the life force, the whatever it is.
When Corvald is touching this, does he get so he's a psychic? Does he get any sense of it leaching energy or having any effect on him?
Give me a D100 roll.
59.
Oh no.
Been nice knowing you, Corvald. I call his shorts dibs.
Peter, stop looking at the sorcerer wild magic table. How big's the fireball?
Revolt shorts explode.
Wouldn't be the first time. As the jungle snake comes out of Corvald's shorts. Oh wait, that's not a jungle snake.
And he went up to inspect it, and then he just starts stamping the ground. Back, you devils! You will not get me! I am impenetrable! And he just starts stamping his feet around.
Corvald, what are you doing?
I Guys, I think Corvald has entered the dementia stage of old age. Look,
Corvold, what's going on?
Don't you see them? Bugs
What are they?
everywhere, crawling all over me. It's horrible.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see bugs everywhere crawling all over Corvold?
No.
Actually,
Oh.
this could be a source of protein.
No, Corvold, let's get you to safety. And I'm gonna grab him by the. Come on, back to the truck. It's safe in there.
all right, I have an idea though, right? What if
No, there we
what
are.
what if we put something into the cylinder and see what happens to it? You know, like we put fresh water into it, or we put I don't know, food packet, or like a battery or something, and see if the cylinder drains
Carlton?
the.
Do you just want to put your dick in it? You do that. I'll take
Well,
Corvold back to.
it does slightly resemble a flashlight. So I mean, like...
Go for it. Enjoy. I won't stop you. Come on, Corvold.
No,
let's
I'm
get you
being
to the bus.
serious. What? I'm being serious. What if we put something into it and see if it drains it?
Okay.
Gosh.
You know,
Put
like
these
a
bugs in
battery,
there.
or how large is the cylinder, Peter? Like, what can we fit in there?
We can get all 3 inches, buddy. Just for you.
Yeah, it's like the size of this plate.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. See,
good
like
size.
what do we have that we can put in here to see if it leaches? Like I'm thinking like a battery, a spare battery, something.
We have food packs.
Yeah. Chalky Beats has no life force or energy. It's hard. It's horrid. Trust me.
It's the opposite of energy. It
Are
takes it
the are
away.
the 2 corpses still outside?
The 5 corpses?
No. The 2 plant people corpses, like the vegetables.
Oh, they were. Yeah, we
You
do still
left
have
them on the
a
ground.
person who's alive.
Yeah,
But
one
they're
guy's
dead, though.
alive.
Like their
who
life
you've-
force is
you've-
already gone.
You've
No,
chained to the
the
truck.
crops that we pulled up.
Oh,
Oh,
the autopsied people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're around. Yeah, I'm sure you could find them.
Yeah, F-350 will go find the one that was labeled as the good one, and drag what is left of it over to this hut with the hydraulic manipulator arm, and then request
Perhaps you use that thing on this thing's head. See if maybe it is a piece of the harvester. Perhaps that is how they
like a
harvest.
spare part sort of thing. Yeah.
By shoving it in, get in the hole.
Put it next to the metal brain.
So you've got the one that was labeled what, good?
yeah.
You've got the good
was it a-
one. So the top of this, it looks like a black cylinder, and the top, you got to like pop off to put anything inside, or sit it on top, or whatever you're gonna do.
Open it.
So when you open it up, there's some kind of sand, or that's the best word. It's kind of like sand sitting in here, but it sparkles. It kind of
Glitter.
yeah.
Does it have a similar metallic shine to the metal in the heads? Like perhaps maybe it's a powderized form of the metal that's in the heads.
You guys never cut open the heads to look for the metal. All you did find that it was metallic or whatever, but you never actually found the metal pieces.
Oh, well, in which case the
Carlton is just
hydraulic.
gonna kind of dip his pinky down into the sand.
Okay, give me a D100 roll.
All right.
Whilst that is happening, F-350 used the hydraulic manipulator arm to just pop a head open.
Like a melon.
Yeah, just-
56.
Like my head shaken, not stirred.
His
Well.
shorts explode.
Oh, Carlton becomes a plant pot for the next hour.
It's just a potted plant.
How's Corvold? Corvold, how are you doing with the bugs?
They're gone, I think.
They
Oh,
seem to
that-
have, they seem to be slowly vanishing.
That was weird.
Hmm.
I've never experienced anything like that.
Note to
Those
self,
bugs really
delouse
wanted a piece
Corval
of me.
regularly.
What kind of potted plant would Carlton turn into? Probably nightshade, because that's
Oh,
edgy.
Jesus.
A daisy.
What the? What? Look! And Carlton points up at the ceiling as he kind of cowers down behind Anne May, like sort of hiding behind her.
Carlton, what are you looking at?
Satan or some demonic freaking presence. Do you not see the blood red? Oh my God! Don't let it. Okay, look. I know. I'm annoying sometimes, but don't let it kill me. Okay, look. I'll help you kill the snakes. I'll just keep it away from me.
What do I see when I look up, Peter?
You see the ceiling of the hut, and some of it's kind of rusted.
Carlton, come here. And I'm gonna give Carlton. It's okay. I'll take care of you. Let's go back to the truck now. It's safe there.
Carlton is literally at this point just kind of rocking back and forth and heavily sobbing. but the blood.
I'll take care of you, Carlton. It's fine. Come on, let's go. I'm gonna take them both back to the truck. It's safer there for the both of them.
You probably get there as like F-350 is just crushing the head of the.
Don't worry, it's just F-350 crushing a person's head. Let's get you inside.
Oh, thank God. It's only
Ah,
F-350 crushing a person's head. I
Oh.
thought it was something horrific.
Corvold, why don't you have a seat in your chair and relax for a bit?
I need that. Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Carlton, sit back here in the back seat. It's nice. Lie down if you like. We'll keep you safe. Yeah.
Carlton is literally just kind of clutching to the side, to your side, literally, as you're kind of pushing him away. He's just kind of clutching on. Just don't let it hurt me, please.
I won't head pat. Now, just rest. F-350 will keep you safe. I'm gonna walk up to F-350 and go, I don't think any of us organic should be touching this thing.
I unfortunately do not have normal sized arms to manipulate such an object. However, I believe Handy Andy would be handy in this case.
We're gonna have to.
Why
unplug
didn't
him from
Carlton
the
think
ship.
of that? Yeah, for sure.
Carlton, he's not going to be of any use to us right now. Don't you have your janitor bot as well?
He lacks limbs.
Boy, I had a bad feeling you were going to say that. Okay. Carlton, would you mind getting Andy out of the truck, please?
No, he's not anywhere near that hut. Is he covered in blood? Everything was covered in blood, and it was so it was so grotesque. This silhouette of this.
Carlton,
So I perform a
massive
medical
demonic-
exam.
Andy, I need you to perform a medical exam on a bleeding hut. Just listen to my instructions, okay?
I will do that.
Good. Okay, F-350, give it the sample you want to play with.
Yeah, F-350 is going to spread apart with the bucket, spread there the hydraulic manipulator, spread apart the mess of head that he made and see if he finds
Yes.
a metal chunk.
Nope.
We'll then just scoop up the general area of head.
It's almost like glitter looking F-350. Let me know if you see anything like
You
that.
you missed the little gray matter right there.
Yeah, F-350 will well, since he doesn't really have like a good spot to put it in front of his eyes, particularly, Janitor Bot will come out and examine the contents of the grapple to look for any metallic looking things.
Okay, so does Janitor Bot have any kind of thing that has a magnet on it?
This janitor would probably have something metal for like shop work to find screws that have been dropped and stuff like that.
I could see it, yeah. Yeah, I could see there'd be some form of magnet. Actually, he probably has an electromagnet on the bottom of him, so he can stick to the underside of F-350 in his storage position.
In my position, can I like, would I be able to determine if any of the sort of junk electronics parts that we have would contain a magnet?
In your
my-
position,
in
you're
my
worried
current
about
s-
bleeding.
Yeah, in my current situation. That's what I'm asking.
I think you guys had something that had a magnet on it. I was just wondering if Janitor Bot had one.
Oh, F-350 remembers.
We had the boot, remember?
Yes,
Yeah, mag-
acquire the mag boot.
Oh, okay. Gonna shuffle around in there until I find it and bring it out.
Okay. So yeah, you stick the mag boot up against this matter and pull it back. And some of the matter just kind of falls off, but you really don't see anything on the boot.
And as Carlton sees this, he literally begins vomiting and retching. Oh my God, it's everywhere now. There's blood, gore, and guts.
Carlton, open a window outside.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot.
The window
F350
rolls
charges-
down on its own.
F-350 charges more than an Uber driver for cleanup of vomit.
I don't want to know how much.
So nothing from the head actually sticks to the boot.
Nothing obvious.
Perhaps a closer inspection for small particulates.
Well, we don't exactly have a microscope or anything here.
Well, what if, does the mag boot attract the sand? Like, is that magnetic shit? Is it metal shavings? It might not be. Could be life force. It's the force, guys.
Andy, will you be kind enough to grab that lava lamp looking thing with the black cylinder on it? And don't spill any of the contents?
I can do that.
Good. Remember, no spilling.
Okay. And he walks in, picks up the lamp, puts the lid on it, walks back out.
Okay, Andy, I'm going to need you to listen very carefully. Open the cylinder in such a way that it's facing straight upwards, the opening. Okay?
Doesn't
Okay.
Andy only have one hand?
Yes, that's correct. I'll have to put this down. So he puts it down and takes the top off.
Okay, now stand back. F-350, if I start freaking out, just restrain me with your manipulator arm, okay? I don't want to do anything stupid.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
You resemble that remark, correct? You do. I'm gonna go over it with the mag boot, put my foot on top of the thing so the entire thing doesn't come up, and just put the mag boot kind of in there and try and see if any of the dust comes out.
You pull the boot out and there's nothing on it. Doesn't look like any of the dust was metallic.
Doesn't look like anything came out 350.
When you described this thing, you said it looked like it had a filter on it.
It's a life force Brita filter. I'm telling you, you put things into it, it drains out all the particulates and leaves you just pure crystallized life force, like uncut.
So it kind of looks like this. That's
Okay.
your that's what looks like some sort of energy, and this is where that dust or whatever shit is sitting in, and there's a cap on top of it.
Right. Does it look as though it has any like place where stuff goes into it other than that cap?
No.
See, like I'm thinking like the dust is like sort of the charcoal part of the Brita filter, right? The stuff drains through the dust and the dust collects all of the weirdness or whatever. And then what you're left with is pure life force, pure energy.
Perhaps Handy Andy takes a portion of the head, a small quarter-sized chunk, and places it in the vessel.
Oh yeah, I'm down for it. Let's defile corpses. Let's do it.
That's a
like if,
good point.
Yeah.
Just make sure they don't come back at you after they're gone.
If you don't mind summoning your telekinetic armory and getting a combat knife out and just cutting a piece off there, that'd be great.
I guess so.
Thank you.
Tell him, Mom. Tell him I'm defiling corpses again.
With your brain knives.
What do you mean? You're the one who normally defiles corpses, Carl.
Exactly. It's not fair. I'm telling Mom.
Yes, but every time you touch this corpse, you go ahead and become psychotic, thinking blood's everywhere.
You were there. You saw it. Stop trying to front and
No,
pretend like
I
it didn't
didn't.
happen. Everyone in there saw it. It was the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life.
There
This
was no blood,
giant
Carlton.
silhouette of this demonic being, and like blood red was everywhere. It was worse than what F-350 did to smash that head like a grape. And I would watch that 10 times over rather than what I saw in that hut.
Carlton,
And Corvald had bugs all over him. There's weird stuff going on in there. It's true.
yeah, yes, there certainly is. Are you still seeing the blood, Carlton?
It's about gone now.
It's fading a little bit, but like I still have some PTSD, some leftover, a little trauma, but it's going away a little bit.
I swear, if you got any vomit on my seat or anywhere near where I have to touch, you're getting your butt kicked.
Either that, or perhaps this is a collection reservoir for whatever the harvesters harvest.
Yes.
It
Well,
could just be a containment vessel.
It could. Andy, would you like to place the matter?
Okay, wait. Yes, do it. But I have one more thought here, right? Okay. You know
Okay.
how nobody can remember anything? How Memento is kind of stupid, like not stupid, but he just can't ever remember anything. Maybe, right? Maybe this sand sort of thing, it drains out the thoughts, the memories. Like maybe Corvald and I just experienced nightmares or trauma or something, like, because everyone's around here is kind of flat, little dead, right? Like maybe they're all just sort of being sucked through. It's in the air. My God, it's in the air. It's an air filter. Oh God. And Carlton just is like running back and forth. He doesn't know.
Carlton,
It's in the air.
Carlton.
It's in the air. It's draining my thoughts and my memories and everything. And
Can I slap Carlton across the face? Carlton! If it's in the air, get in the truck and roll up the window. It's filtered.
Carlton jumps into the back of F-350 and slams the door closed, and he's just kind of peeking up over the window as Andy places the cracked brain matter into the filter.
Yeah, he just kind of drops it in there and takes the top and puts the top on, closes it.
Does anything happen?
You see like more the bubbles, it starts to pick up. That tube starts to looks like it's doing something, like there's more bubbles and activity in there.
So Carlton breathes on the window glass and writes, "I told you so," really big, and then knocks and points at Aunt May. Told you.
Relax.
I believe this might be part of the processation in the harvester.
Well, let's see if the bubbles slow down, and if they do, we can open it up and take a look inside.
Perhaps as the harvesters roll along, they take core samples that are then deposited into these vessels.
Quite possible. Are the bubbles still going insane, Peter?
Yeah.
Andy, there was a second corpse that we had earlier. Would you mind bringing it to us?
So they need an examination.
Over here, though, it will be for an autopsy.
Oh. So Andy goes walking over to the makeshift, I don't know if it's a graveyard or pile of bodies, bones that you had autopsied, and comes back with the other body. I'm assuming the head.
Yeah, that's the most important bit.
Okay.
F-350, what I'm thinking is that perhaps I want to see how the bubbles react to a bad body as well.
Yes, perhaps they bubble less or not at all.
Mm-hmm. Bubbles still going insane in there, though? Or have they calmed?
Yeah, it's calmed down a little bit, but still probably 50-60% more than it was before.
Okay. Anyone up for a game of chess?
I have another thought as well.
Yes.
It seems as though the rest of you have gained metallic properties.
We've noticed, and it's not from the food either.
Perhaps
If one of us needs to bleed in the cylinder, I'll do it. I'll cut myself right now, and I pull out my razor.
I was
I'll
going
do
to
it.
suggest one of the other corpses that are around camp may also contain some of what this unit processes. Perhaps after the undesirable corpse, we then test a recently killed corpse of an average person to see if they also contain this same material.
See what effects it has.
Indeed. I shall
or I could
retrieve
just-
one of the hanging corpses.
Or I could just cut myself and bleed into the cylinder. Really, it's not a problem. I like
Nope.
generally
It
after I
seems as
experience
though
some
it
trauma, I
resides
wanna
in
cut
the
myself
head.
anyway. Oh,
Don't worry, Carlton.
well,
We'll
never mind.
bleed you later. We'll bleed you later.
So yeah,
Who are we
F350 will go
cutting?
recover one of the shovel bodies.
No
Okay.
one yet.
Okay, yeah, one of the bodies of the agrarians who
Yes.
have been impaled up in one of the trees.
How many
Retrieve
people did
one
you
of
guys
those.
kill? Like, I go away to write a memoir for 1 week, and you guys kill the entire population.
No, Shorter killed 5 of them, and we saved the 6th. We didn't kill anyone yet.
Sure you
So,
didn't. As Carlton looks over at the popped head like a grape, that
They all
F350
killed
just
They all killed themselves.
You know, I just thought about this. We really haven't killed any of the people of Agrarius.
We didn't stop them from being killed though.
We didn't stop them, but we didn't kill any of them.
We did just straight up let Preston murder that guy.
Well,
And
actually,
that
he
other
grabbed the
guy.
person when we went looking.
I'm going to assume that you're going to wait for the bubbles to return to their normal state before you attempt your next experiment.
Yeah. And when it opens the cylinder, we want to see if there's any additional dust inside or if it's more of a filter.
Okay, after about an hour passes, it returns to its normal state. When you open the cylinder again, you notice there is more of that dust in there.
Mm.
So it processes the dust.
right. The dust is the end product, not the filter.
Andy, would you
Indeed.
insert this little bit of matter here?
This will
Okay,
be the
so
undesirable.
you're taking, which one? Is it the reject or the undesirable?
The rejected one.
Yeah, the reject.
Okay,
sorry.
the rejected one. So you're taking the rejected piece of its head or the whole or whatever piece you can hack off and stick in there.
Yeah, small piece of the head.
Okay. So yeah, you after I pulls out his telekinetic dagger and spends about 3 minutes hacking a piece off of it, and you shove it in there and starts to do its thing again.
Is it faster or slower bubbling than?
It almost looks like it's coming to a boil.
Oh dear.
Mm.
Good thing we only put a small piece in there.
Perhaps we remove the test subject.
Yeah,
It appears as though it's unstable.
Andy, would you get that piece
piece
of matter out, please?
Andy's used to sticking his one.
So
hand into
Andy
the
like
orifice.
walks over and he just, I will take care of this. And when he pops it up, it just
Oh shit.
like a damn fountain
Oh boy,
and sprays him.
Andy, are you okay?
And he's like, it looks like it's like iridescent like slime on him, and he's like trying to wipe it off his screen, and with his one hand he's like, he points at it. You think that was funny? I didn't think that was funny.
Andy,
You're not funny.
Andy, there's effects robots. Holy shit, F350, this is dangerous.
That means it could affect F350.
Exactly. I'd like to attempt to do something. I don't know if my brain's big enough though.
Okay, and before you do that, everybody gets a mental save.
Oh no.
Boy.
Or-
That's D20,
Oh.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. Okay.
That's a 16.
is a
not
pass.
The 13.
Am I supposed to roll over or under?
Over.
Yeah,
I
I get a
failed.
17. I need a 13, I believe.
Yeah.
I have to. Oh, I can remember. My
I
character
needed
sheet is
a,
not
I
in
needed
my
a 14 and I rolled a 7. So yeah.
You
Corvo
cannot get
passes.
lower than a 16, so you're fine.
How can you not get lower than a 16 on a D20?
No, I mean to pass the save, if you get 16 or higher, you're fine, no matter what.
Right, but I rolled a 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Right.
I was talking about Isaiah 17.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I should be good.
Okay. So who passed? Who failed?
I passed.
I
Corval
failed.
passed.
Okay. Everybody, Carlton.
I failed.
Carlton
me-
was inside F350 with windows up, though.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that's right. I was.
Yep.
Because remember, I
Yeah, you
frosted
were.
the
You're
window
right.
and-
Yep.
Yeah, right.
There's a reason I stuck you in there.
Uh,
And May's got your back. She said she'd protect you.
That is true. Yeah.
She's so good at it, she doesn't even know she's doing it.
So the guy who you've strapped to F350, who you remember you tied down,
Oh, he's been there a while.
he starts to freak out. He's like, "Get him off me! Get the bugs off me! Get them off me! They're everywhere."
Wait, he can talk?
I forgot we had him.
That's actually a good point. Can I run to the back of F350 and see if he has any fewer vines?
How sunburnt is he also? He's been there a while.
Some of the vines are slowly coming off of his body, like his whole leg has been healed, and some of the other vines you can kind of make out a human face now.
Just stay there. We're taking care of the ants right now. Just remain calm. I'm going to run to the other side of F350 now and look at Andy. Is he still freaking out?
He is pointing with his one good hand at the plasma thing, at the cylinder, and just like taunting it, yelling at it.
Remember, Andy, you're not allowed to hurt it. Can I go ahead and now attempt to do something ridiculous?
Of course, that's the nature of the game.
Very good. Do I remember what it felt like when my hand caught on fire? What caused it to suddenly catch on fire? What emotions I was feeling?
Yeah.
Would I be able to bring back those kind of emotions and feelings and try and concentrate real hard and have my hand catch on fire again?
Why would you want to be on fire?
Listen,
To keep the
you're-
rest of keep the
enjoy
rest
your-
of us warm.
Listen, Carlton, you enjoy your things, I'll enjoy mine.
Oh, yeah. I've got a
Hmm.
14 mental save, so we're good.
Yep. I have no idea how this ability works and what causes it. I know a few of us can use it.
So what are you trying to like? So
I'm trying to get whatever this stuff is off of the two people who failed it, Andy and the vine person.
He's trying to be a fire starter, a twisted fire starter.
This man is on fire. Because Andy is covered in whatever this is right now.
yeah.
And I don't know how long it's going to last on Andy. I don't know what it's going to do to Andy. I don't know if Andy's going to drive around and it's just going to wind up on the ground everywhere behind it, spreading.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Not a good time, F350. Not a good time.
Give me a D6 roll.
I would love to. 6. Okay.
So just as you're thinking of those emotions and where you were at the time and what you intend to do, your hand becomes a flame.
I knew I was a charisma caster. I'm going to try to bring up the flame towards Andy and see if it removes the particles.
So he is like, now he's speaking in some kind of, if anybody speaks like in ones and zeros, you would know that he's just insulting this plasma thing, just like Just insulting
Yes,
it.
the language of my people.
I knew I shouldn't have learned. I knew I should have taken 1 and 0 as opposed to Esperanto.
So
Ah,
F350,
damn
I
it.
just want to make sure that I'm not still freaking out. So you actually see Anne May's hand on fire right now, right? Like she is on fire. She's actually ignited herself. Am I seeing that?
Indeed.
Okay. Okay.
It also happened last night.
Do you want me to put that out? Are you
No,
okay?
Yes, it's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt.
Are you feeling okay?
A little hungry, but other than that, I'm good.
So when you hit Andy with this flame, like his screen just kind of like starts to fizzle, and just goes out like when you shut off an old TV, and he just kind of sits down, and you see him like just power out.
That's a lot better. Okay. And is it still covered in all the particulates, or are they coming
No,
off?
whatever is on here, whatever was on him is gone. It like
Oh.
the flames just kind of just like grew right over and burned right out.
Okay. Before I run to the vine person, I want to look inside the object. Is the lava lamp part gone, or is everything gone?
No, it's
Well-
still the cylinder and it's still bubbling, but the top of it, there's some of the dust is in there, like caked in the corner, but a lot of it just kind of blew out.
Okay. I'll burn the stuff off the vine person then real fast.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and he looks all scarred and everything, but he looks human now.
Rest for now.
He's like,
And
oh,
Oh, now we really fucked him. We took all of his vines away that were keeping the sun off of him. And now he's just gonna bake in the bed of F350.
that's how we like him. Good thing it's a jungle. Yeah, then I'm gonna run back towards the cylinder, and I want to slowly bring my hand closer to the one that's on fire and see if the particles dissipate, disintegrate, agitate, amalgamate.
Congratulations.
So you're
blew
bringing
off a
your hand
Molotov
closer to the
cocktail in
plasma
front
thing?
of your face.
Yeah, I want to see what the particles do in reaction to this.
They start to. It was like bubbling, but now it's just kind of it's acting normally. So when you put your hand close to it, it doesn't do anything.
Okay. I'm going to then well, do I see anyone else around us freaking out?
Not right now, no.
Mhm. Do we guess that there are still particles in the air of this stuff, whatever it is?
Yeah,
There might
it's in
be.
the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the air.
Yeah, you're already dead. Don't worry. Just enjoy what life you have. That's what I always say.
I think that's enough experimentation for now, 350.
You don't
Who
want
said
to
we're
try the
experimenting?
Agrarian?
Not at the moment. I think that was a bit of a risk we took there, and Andy seems to have shut down for the moment.
I can try to get him started again. You know what? Yeah, for shits and giggles, I'm gonna log into or try to hack into Andy just to check his like sort of his memory banks to see what the hell is going on with him and if he's still functional.
He is going through like a complete system restart.
You rebooted him. You hard booted him, Anne May.
Yeah, I think it was needed at that point.
A good hard boot is nice every once in a while.
Does it appear?
Is that what
Does it-
is?
Does it appear that his systems were damaged in any way, or
No, it
just looks like he's
doesn't. No, it
rebooting?
doesn't. It's
F350, have your janitor bot clean you down real fast to make sure there aren't any particles on you.
Indeed.
And also, check your filtration system. Do you feel any particles trying to get through or detect anything?
Oh my God, they're getting into F350. They're getting it's getting into.
Carlton,
Do
Carl-
I detect my cabin filter being any more plugged than normal?
No, but it's weird. It's almost like your filter's being altered.
It is as though something is different about my cabin filter. I require maintenance.
Pop your hood.
Ah, God damn it!
Come, Corval.
I
let's
just
examine
fixed
this.
you last night.
Does the filter look weird to us in any way, shape, or form glancing inside?
Well, on this truck, he has to remove the heater core
Oh,
to
no.
get to the cabin filter.
So Corval starts removing the heater core and doing the needful.
Okay, so when you get to the filter, it doesn't. It's starting to not look like a filter. It's starting to look like some other piece that is not in F-350.
I'm reaching my hand in there.
Don't touch it.
I won't. It's my hand's on fire anyway. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, you reach your hand in there and you grab what the filter as it looks like it's being transformed, and you pull it out, and now in your hand you're holding the filter. Whatever transformation has stopped and returned to what it's supposed to be.
That's less than ideal. Corval, any ideas?
Indeed.
Well, I've never seen this before. I mean, parts just don't change for no reason anyway, unless psychics are involved.
I can
But you never-
confirm by the serial number that is an OEM filter.
Corval,
It's
would you
an-
mind working with F-350 and going through the rest of the engine compartment and seeing if anything else is changing?
All right, I'll start banging away at her.
Not too much, but just enough so we can see everything. F-350, I'm going to go through your inner cabin and examine everything.
Entering diagnostic mode.
Good, good. Guess we just start working on F-350 to make sure it's not going to mutate into a chaos-spawned item of some kind.
So examining the rest of F-350, no, he doesn't seem to have anything like that.
Nothing inside, nothing outside. What about when I'm examining inside? Did Carlton vomit on my seat?
No, Carlton's
Near-
writing in his diary, "Dear diary, today I saw the yawning maw of death. It was horrifying and yet exhilarating in its bleakness."
Carlton,
I'd
don't
like
lie, you cried like a little bitch.
I'd like to think he's like narrating this as he's writing.
yeah, of course.
I felt like my whole life was a black room where I resided, and for one moment, I felt the fire of life in me.
Exactly.
So
He's one
you
of
can
those
see
people that talk to
Andy's
their
screen kind of like blip on, and he begins to power up, and he stands up, starts to look around.
Andy's back.
Andy?
Why'd
the robot fail his exam?
Oh,
Why?
It was a bit rusty.
God. Oh, I love the new Andy.
Andy, that's why you get to sit in the front seat next to me.
Oh,
You know
That
why
was a
robots
good
make
one.
bad teachers, right? They
Why?
drone on and on and on and on. I'll be
Then-
here all cycle.
Hopefully you will. Andy, do you remember anything that happened before?
I used to play the big rooms.
They weren't that big.
Oh God.
It seems as
You
though
know how robots pay for things? With cachet, of course. That's right.
Now, here's a thought. Handy Andy before seemed to be just a mundane robot, right? Like he didn't really have much of a personality. He was a very task-driven robot. He wasn't like a true VI, right?
Right. And now he's turned into a vaudevillian comedian. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
seems as though now he either has accessed a separate subroutine that was in his programming before, or this dust has gifted him with actual intelligence of some kind.
So can I sort of hack in and run a systems check just to see if this was pre-existing programming, or if this
yeah,
is
so
something new?
yeah, you run a system. So run a system check. Before, Andy was basically programmed to do maintenance, and he had some kind of first aid. He is programmed to be a stand-up comedian now. That was like that's like that's his programming, like originally written.
That's his live stream.
So I really can't explain this, right? But somehow Andy has, like, his programming has completely changed. My guess is the same way that F-350's air filter, was morphing. It appears that, Andy's metamorphosis went through to completion, and upon reboot, he is now, this is his programming. This is his core programming. It changed completely to that of this.
This was 100% approval.
I agree.
F-350 run a full diagnostic on your VI capabilities. Also, check that filter again and make sure that it's completely correct.
I just took
Make
the
sure
damn
it's still
thing
up to-
out.
Make sure it's still up to OEM spec. Like, we want to make sure that this thing is not
Or make sure it hasn't started pumping toxic fumes into the vehicle from the exhaust pipe or something.
well, no, it might turn F-350 into, like, I don't know, a hippie or something. Like,
Indeed.
Which one of you
So-
is my manager? Where's my room at?
That would be me. Your room is right there in the back of F-350. It's in
Oh.
the bed.
I don't know. The accommodations aren't that great, but when's the first show?
Hey, if I'm your manager, I'm getting 20%, right? Like 20% of every cut. Just
20% of zero is, you know what that is.
Carlton, was this programming in Handy Andy original?
No,
Or is it
and here's
new?
this is completely new, but it's not new. What I mean is, it was the programming wasn't pre-existing, but it's also not overriding his pre-existing programming. This is now his current programming. It's
You know why
completely
the robot got upset? Everybody was pushing his buttons.
You're
I
such a veteran,
understand
Mandy.
that joke all too well. Corvald seems intent on adjusting the temperature settings within the cab.
It's too hot.
I guess what I'm saying is, we might not even be able to see if something were happening to F-350. I don't know that we would even be able to see it. It just sort of changes. In other words, nothing's being overwritten. There's no new programming that's being added. The existing core programming is changed.
Putting main memory bank data stream on main computer screen.
Well, we'll find out when we're driving F-350 into Agrarius then.
I'm gonna check the screen and sort of go through systematically checking every line of code to see if anything has changed or if it all seems.
Give me a program roll. You talk F-350?
Yeah, F-350.
Be gentle with him. He's very delicate.
That is a 7.
It all checks out.
You seem fine, F-350. Do you feel different at all?
Now that the filter has been removed and fixed, do I feel different at all?
You feel the same. You feel fine.
All systems nominal.
I think we're good.
Glad to hear that. Okay, Corvald, get F-350 back together. Now I'm gonna grab this cylinder thing and seal it up and put it on F-350. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
perfect.
the lava lamp and put it in the back of F-350.
Yeah, Corvald's gonna return the air filter, the cabin filter, to its spot, and also like just do like a once over to make sure like that anything else hasn't changed. Looking for anything that could be wrong, because he doesn't want to hear F-350 complain about it.
I believe you forgot a intake bolt.
I thought I remembered. Well, I'll right away intake a bolt.
It's the one that you have to twist your wrist upside down to install.
Oh yes, of course.
I was supposed to get an intern for that. Well,
I think I
no one
found him.
wants
He's
to
back
work on
here
him.
chained up and naked. I don't know what you're into, but
Yeah, we
I'm
should
not
probably.
saying anything.
Is that a joke?
No, the vine guy. He's awake. You good, sir?
Oh.
I guess.
Are you going to try and kill us again?
What do you mean try
Is
to
it
kill you?
necessary to chain him up naked? I mean, like you.
Well, he didn't have. He was covered in vines.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
let me get you off here. And I'm gonna.
Okay, I'll
Let-
just
let me
walk
get the
over here
chains
for a
off.
moment. Like,
Just stay away from my chair.
not with that flame in hand.
Hey, pirate buddy, your friend's away. Knock on the back window.
Oh, that was
Ollie, I think, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Ollie's like he's been in the camp. Oh wow, okay, yeah, and he comes running.
Oh, I forgot we brought 2 people from the ship back.
Yeah,
Do I have to do all the thinking here? Yeah, most likely.
I thought the chained up guy was Ollie.
No, Ollie was the. Never mind.
I thought we just didn't trust him, so we changed him up.
What's your name, sir?
oh, what's his name?
One of them started with an
Carlton
M.
is just counting out loud all of the articles.
Oh,
of the
Ellis.
Ellis. Okay, who were you in that little pirate crew? Were you the pilot or the mechanic?
Neither.
What were you?
I was henchman.
Uh-huh. And Ollie was your leader?
Well, I mean, we kind of split it. I mean, it was kind of a triumvirate, so it really wasn't.
Who was piloting the ship?
Brown.
Okay, well, Brown's dead. That's not going to do you much good. What exactly happened when you spiked out?
Oh, I don't even remember the spike. It was the nav system just went crazy, and then
Was your engine converted from one of the black crystals?
No, I don't think so. Because I remember looking at the system, and it almost looked like the screen. When I was looking at the nav screen, it almost looked all the digits and everything almost looked like some kind of work of art. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen, and it just kind of took over the entire ship. And I think the spike drive just kind of went on by itself.
What do you know about ships?
Like they get you to A to B, and
Uh-huh. Okay, so your ship crashed, and then you went into a cryopod?
oh, I don't know. Are you talking? This is Ellis, right?
Yes.
No, Ellis is like the something happened, and the next thing you know, we crashed, and there were these vines, and I think one got me or something. Yeah.
Carlton was manning the nav system when we crashed on this planet. Does that jog his memory at all? Do I remember that happening to us at all?
Yeah,
Because eerily similar, like the same thing happened, right?
Or we jumped and then it went wrong.
Yeah. Yours is a little bit different.
Okay.
Were the vines on the ship before you left, or were they here when you crashed?
I don't remember being on the ship.
Do you know what type of ship you took?
I remember something about Amacom biotesting lab. I think that was what we figured it out. It was kind of a quick deal, and we just kind of were grabbing just to grab and go
A deal with who?
with some merchants. I mean, it was kind of a, you know, looking for a quick
Um,
payday.
F350 is going to go back in his logs and see if he can remember or find the name of the guy that we bought our ship from. Does he have that name stored on like some document file? Like,
That is true. F350 does do all our contract work.
it's true. He would be one of my contacts.
He is a registered notary as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You can sign as a witness.
a galactic notary.
But no,
That'll
like
be 2 big
F350
bucks.
probably would have the contract in his computer system.
You can tell me what his name is. Whatever name you think of, it's the same one. So this guy obviously deals in some kind of, you know, hot or ships that probably have been stolen or underground market or something like that.
Oh, Derek's dodgy deals. How could I forget
You-
him?
Yes, you also purchased a ship from Kevin A. Montreal. Correct?
I mean, he pronounced it Montreal, but yeah, it sounds right.
F350, Carlton, would either of you be able to find a data or bit of information about this man?
F350, what do you have in your data banks about him?
Just our previous contracts. I do not have a spitter connection to learn more about this individual.
Oh, you're planning on doxing him. That's a good idea. Well, there's something in common then. Sounds like he's forcing ships to come to this planet for some reason.
Perhaps he is doing the bidding of someone on this rock.
Wouldn't be surprised. Or maybe if we pronounce the name, they'll go ahead and know who this person is. I'm terribly sorry. Corvold, can you do me a favor?
Right, you're right. Disturbing my nap.
I know, I do apologize. Could you see if you could find a shirt and maybe some pants we can give to Ellis, was it?
Yeah.
Ellis.
We have a bunch of Adams, galactic, whatever. Clothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might want some clothing.
Okay.
We can scrounge something up.
And perhaps some chalky beats. You're a little peckish, Ellis.
Yeah, I could use something to eat. You got some food?
That's a bit of an overstatement for what this stuff is, but yes. Ellis, what do you remember after the crash? You said you were touched by a vine, and do you remember anything else?
Oh yeah. I remember I had to free all there were these little fuzzy little critter. They looked so cute. I had to let them go.
Mm-hmm. Well, the trouble of tribbles.
And then it's all confusing after that.
Do you remember attempting to kill us and floating up into the sky?
No.
Okay, well, something messed with your mind.
I tried to kill you?
It's a long story. You weren't exactly yourself at the time.
You were kind of a plant.
We prefer the term
Yes.
beacon.
Now it is time to repent for your actions.
I don't think he was fully in control of his actions, Corvold.
He can still repent.
Just help the village here arrange everything. F350 can give you a job.
Yeah. So they give him a big old Adams Galactic Champions jacket. with like some cut off shorts. Not
Damn
as
it.
stylish as Corval's, and they hand him a
Oh.
packet of food. He opens it and starts eating it. He's like, that's kind of.
Yeah, I feel you.
He
Told you,
reaches
hold
the
it.
spoon out towards you, Carlton. He's like, "You want to taste?"
No. I've been there. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. The turkey beat was much better.
Oh man, I wish I could have gotten that.
yeah.
How do you feel about bacon wrap ball sack?
It's good for bowel movements. Trust me. It cleans you right out.
Well,
I believe that one is labeled raisin meatloaf.
Oh, he got the good one.
This is no.
I'll fight you for
No,
that.
you should taste it. This is no meatloaf.
this is a meat steak.
Ugh.
Well, F350, give him a work assignment for now.
He gives Ollie some. Ollie tastes it. He's like, "Oh God, it's terrible. Oh, how do you guys eat this stuff? I can taste ginger. Oh, and kale. Oh,
Ollie, don't move real fast. Stay right where you are. And I'm going to take the mag boot and move it towards him. Activate it.
Oh yeah, good call.
Does it stick? Does it blend?
to Ollie
Yes.
or
To Ollie,
Ellis.
either one. I mean, it's a magnet. It'll kind of find its own way.
Yeah, well, it would. Same as you guys.
Okay. I wonder.
Who will stop the rain?
I believe the Sky City is harvesting sentience. It would stand to reason that if it reprogrammed Handy Andy to be his own personality rather than pre-programmed, that this is something they use to create VIs.
No, F350. None of this stands to reason. Reason has no place on this planet. You, walking over there. I'm going to call to one of the village people here. Come over here, please.
I come running over.
Thank you. I'm going to activate the magnetic boot and see if it connects to them.
Not as much as you guys.
You've been a wonderful help. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I'm gonna be
What, so about these jungle snakes,
Yes.
like, I'm kind of skeptical.
Oh, well, what would you like to know?
I mean, are they real? I've never seen any like living things here.
Come here, real fast. You saw the person in the back of our truck covered in vines earlier?
Oh yeah, I did.
That's what happens if a jungle snake bites you.
Okay.
Be careful.
So the fire, you have that fire on your hand still.
Yeah.
Your hand begins to burn with pain.
No, pardon me, a bit much. Let me turn this off real fast. A bit too long, you know.
So they're out there. That like that's what happens.
Exactly. You have to be careful of the jungle snake. You've seen with your own eyes what happens.
When did your I didn't catch it. When did your hand start hurting?
Right now.
It's really hurting. Like it feels like it's actually burning.
Yeah, can I turn off this fire thing?
As the fire is going up your arm now.
Oh boy.
You have successfully ignited yourself.
Roll.
Did you say something and then it
He was
Then
just
it
talking about the
started
jungle
hurting.
snakes, but maybe it's because the villager came over.
Yeah, I'm stepping away. Just trying to put this damn thing out.
F350 would
Crush
send a
my arm.
message to everyone's compad believing that says, I believe it is due to the lie.
I won't be surprised. Put it
Ew.
out.
Hey, does F-350 have a fire extinguisher anywhere in his, like on his vehicle?
We did determine he did, actually.
Carlton grabs the fire extinguisher and just sprays Anne May all like down.
She is covered in this foam. Her arm
Yeah,
is still
right.
on fire.
Oh, God.
Oh, if I had a cell phone, I would snap it right now.
Posted all over Spitter.
Yep.
Oh, fun. Now, is it the arm itself or is it the suit?
Well, you're wearing the suit. It feels like it's burning like through the suit into your arm.
Yeah, I'm going to unzip the back of the suit and just...
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, you drop that and your arm is still just, it goes out for a second, then goes.
Oh, dear.
At 350, you'll send a message to your personal combat. Perhaps a apology is in order.
I am sorry. That's not fully the truth. The jungle snakes cause the complete transformation to a vine person that we know of. We don't know for a fact what causes it.
The fire goes out.
But we are investigating.
Your arm is charred black.
Oh, that's not healthy.
It's better than chalky beats.
And it hurts.
I'm sure it does. Okay, where's the medical kit?
Andy?
I don't know if any medical kit's going to fix that.
Andy can fix it.
So, yeah, let's get some water on this and try rubbing a bit. Wet it down.
Does anyone have any water?
We do, remember?
Yeah, but we don't want to use our water.
Well, we can get as much water as we need from the springs here. It doesn't really matter.
Janitor bot will spritz your arm with some cleaning substrate.
Yeah, not the alcohol or whatever you used to set the fire.
Yeah, we took all the
Alcohol.
biofuel out of him.
Yeah. Still hurts, but that's okay. So,
Learn to embrace the pain, Anne May.
yeah.
It's better than emotional torture.
F-350 will send the random villager back to work.
Okay.
Alden, look at my arm and tell me that again. Now, does it feel like, does the hand still function? Does it still function or does it feel dead?
Your hands still function. It hurts to move it.
Yeah. Okay, anyone got aloe vera?
It seems as though whatever paranormal experience that you are having is attempting to keep you on the level.
Anne May lies all the time.
Life's a lie.
Anne May lies all the time, and that's never happened before.
I lie like a rug. Well, I did have the fire activated still, which surprised me. I thought I put it out a while ago, but okay.
It could be because she lied to somebody else. Or she lied about jungle snakes.
You shouldn't lie about
I don't think it's the
reptiles.
jungle snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Is Carlton shocked that she lied about the jungle snake?
Yes, Carlton's offended. She would spread such disinformation about reptilians. Yes.
Listen, we don't know the truth of the jungle snakes yet. They could be anywhere. They could be slithering up your back right now, Carlton.
Snakes don't bother me at all. That would actually be welcome surprise. I wonder, it could probably bite my boil and lance it for me. So yeah, I wish there were jungle snakes.
That's
Where
true.
are
You
these
missed the
jungle snakes?
opportunity. You missed the opportunity to heal Carlton's boil.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have standards. I mean, come on, it is his boil. He's attached to it at this point.
Look, I touched Corval's thighs, all right? So, I mean, come on now.
That is true. You have much lower standards than I do. So
No.
everything's on the truck. Andy's back inside.
You
Anything else?
have a, you have a 3rd-degree burn that is like, yeah, right, yeah, we're all
Oh,
good.
it will be fine.
Just rub some dirt on it. It's fine.
That's not how it works, but that's okay. We'll figure it
would
out later.
seem that this burning lady that you described is attempting to help these people on this planet.
I'm happy.
Oh
to
yeah, like their
have to do
protector.
it carefully.
Maybe she's into you.
As a side note, Shorter is closing distance with Agraria. Perhaps we should
Yes.
catch up.
Yes, okay. Let's go, everyone. All aboard the village bus.
Okay.
F-350 will haul ass.
Does it feel weird driving F-350 or is he normal? Square wheels, steering wheel starts spinning around in circles for no reason. Because it's not that.
Andy's like, careful. You heard about the 2 robots that drove into a restaurant. What can I say? They were badly programmed. All right.
Andy, you slay me.
Here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
We can't get rid of it.
Make sure to tip your waitresses.
I guess we were on tour. Where are we headed? I thought we were headed here. We're not playing here tonight.
No, you got a big gig in Agraria. We're headed there now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I'm planning on taking you to the council hall.
Good.
That's like Caesar's Palace in Vegas.
That's right. You know how robots get to work. They motor. So let's go.
You know what? This actually makes sense. So VIs actually can't work on themselves or other VI. Like they can't create VIs. So this is possibly the workaround that they have found in order to create more of themselves.
Oh, that's not good. F-350, I don't
By
like
harvesting-
ideas.
By harvesting intelligence from, sentient creatures.
Meanwhile, I'm not able to tell another lie in my life, apparently.
At least not to agrarians or these other Adams folk.
Well, Burning Lady, you're making this very difficult for us to help your people. Okay.
Who's this burning lady? Ah, the one. Are you still seeing visions of her? The one we saw when we started?
Yeah, you'd probably know her. She's kind of hot.
Oh yeah. She was on fire.
To say the least.
And smoking.
Indeed. And rather temperamental. But F-350 feels correct as we barrel towards Agrarius.
All right. You head towards Agraria. Who is with you? So Memento wanted to go, so he would try to flag down the truck and go with you.
Yeah, that's fine. He can come.
Okay, he gets in the back with Andy.
He's a man of science.
You see, all you can see is Andy spouting off, and there's Memento in his notebook writing stuff down. Are you just going to drive straight there? You're not going to worry about like going in some kind of formation or anything?
Nah.
Really, they know about us. They don't.
Okay. You see the harvesters. You see the people out. They just kind of stop and they look. They see your vehicle.
As we kick up a huge dirt trail of dust
Yeah.
behind us.
Are you headed to a particular? Are you just going to come to the first house, or are you just going to do what?
Trying to head into the city proper.
Okay, headed
Yeah,
into the
largest
main.
concentration, yeah.
Okay.
To the council hall and chamber.
Gonna go do donuts on the council steps.
Andy needs to perform in the main room.
It takes a few hours to get across.
Oh, also we have redubbed Handy Andy to now Humorous Harry.
That's just his stage name. His real name's always Handy Andy.
And as you're driving, you can see that the people are coming, and you realize the reset is coming.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh shit.
let's park here. F-350, you ready for your nap?
Indeed, preparing hard reboot.
F350, can I still drive you even when you're rebooting, or does it you just stop functioning altogether?
You said there was an EMP that happened, right, Peter?
Yeah.
So it's hitting
Negative.
and then, yeah,
All power cells need to be disconnected.
makes sense. Good night. Gonna park us in the field somewhere and wait.
Okay.
Oh, the view is nice. It's like Corval sitting out the back.
Humorous Harry, don't forget to turn yourself off for a bit.
Okay. So you guys wait. You kind of know the amount of time that transpires between everybody coming in.
Mhm.
And then you watch the lights of the harvesters all stop. All the harvesters stop, and then after a couple of minutes, the lights come back on and they start moving. Andy, Humorous Harry starts to boot up again.
Okay, F350.
Yeah, as F350 reboots on the radio comes on.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
Are you playing that throughout? Is that coming out of the whole truck?
Yeah.
You hear Memento go, "What's that song? What the hell's going on? Where are we?
We are almost to Agrarian proper.
Wait,
What? Where the hell's that?"
Wait, so Memento gets reset every time there's a reset.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing with this robot?
Check your book. You have a book. Check your notebook.
Okay.
It's
I'm
fine.
checking.
Did
Who's
anyone
this?
ever?
Who's this Ann? Who's Ann?
Hi.
You said I'm a good friend.
Yes,
So,
one of the best.
You're the
that
savior
was
of the
when she could
stars.
still lie.
Okay, I guess I'm safe then.
On this planet, he's one of our best friends.
Did anyone ever examine Memento for cybernetics?
No.
I wouldn't even
No.
know how.
Can I do a
But
quick? Can I do a quick? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Corvo.
But I was gonna volunteer to take a look at him, but
Fight
we
for it.
can do it. We can do it together,
No.
Carlton.
No, you can't
No,
do
go
anything
for
together.
it.
Together. That's communism. Are you a communist?
What do you
I
want to
don't
do?
think you know what that word means. We're going to like at least Corvald wanted to start like check out
Well,
Memento.
As long as I can sit in that nice, comfortable chair.
Oh,
As long as you don't soil it.
Okay. All right.
And Corvald will like lead him into the chair.
Oh,
and
that's
then
real comfy.
it really
Oh,
is,
yeah.
right?
That's nice. Oh,
all right, now open your
kind of
mouth.
loosens you up.
Yeah, just don't punch in don't punch in 69 69 69 into the keypad. Trust me.
Well, Corvald's abilities are really like fix.
Okay.
So he's going to see if he's gonna like do like a rough examination to see if he's got any metal parts, and if he does, like if they're malfunctioning.
Okay. Yeah.
Ford's gonna fix him by doing a vasectomy. We all know what's happening.
If Carlton is helping, go ahead and roll 2 die.
I am helping. Yep, for sure.
Jumping off a cliff.
So that's a 9.
He definitely does. He's got some kind of implant.
Good call. F350.
So it appears to be broken. It's not working as intended, but you're unsure. You'd have to examine it further to figure out like if it was fixed, what it would really do.
Does it look like it can be taken out?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you pop his skull like a grape.
Well, y'all been doing that to everybody.
Yeah, right.
Does it look like it could be taken out without killing Memento?
Why do you want to do that?
Or leaving him like permanently brain damaged?
I
Or
mean,
is it-
technically, he kind of is already permanently brain damaged every time the reset comes. Like, so yeah.
I believe he is experiencing something similar to yanking a flash drive out of a computer over and over.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that sounds bad.
And so, like, when it happens, does like he spout out in a robotic voice, like, please do not eject, or please do not remove disk without ejecting first. Like,
Improperly ejected.
I hate when I improperly eject on someone.
Give me a heal check.
Don't do it.
You're not removing it, just to so just to give you an idea.
That's a 2.
I mean, it's a delicate surgery. Who knows what kind of his memory will be effed up, but his memory's effed up already.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
What does it look like it would take to repair the implant? Does it look like there's anything that like we could do with like the materials we have? Or is that something that we would know?
You've got spare electronic crap in the back of the truck that you pulled from different things. You could probably piece and pull it together and
also
fix
have-
it.
We also have 6 units of spare parts for F350, which are also very advanced.
But
electronic components.
it would take a little bit of, it would probably take like 30 minutes or so, an hour to do it.
Might be worth doing before we head in. Also, if anyone needs, I have flex tape.
All right, I think I found the problem. You have a busted skull.
Was that bad?
Now, you're
I mean,
not
it feels
functioning.
it feels real good in this chair. So
You're not functioning at full capacity. Oh, Corval could take care of that. I just need you to sign a waiver of consent.
I mean,
Sounds
check my
legit
notes.
to me. Like, yeah.
let me. What's your name again? Let me check my notebook.
Corval,
Good friend of yours.
I'm a friend.
Oh yeah, you are in here. Okay, I trust you. Yeah.
That's a mistake if I ever heard one.
Famous last
Chair-
words of
chair
a
is so
fool.
comfy.
Yeah.
So Corval will begin. He will grab this spare, one box of spare parts as well as some other crap in the back, just to have it on hand,
Okay.
and begin trying to fix his implant.
Okay. I'm assuming you're not driving. You're not doing this while
No.
I'm still driving.
No, we are flooring it through here. I don't know what you're talking about, Peter. We are burning
so-
rubber right now.
Pedal to the metal.
Carlton can give me a program roll
Okay.
first, because you're gonna. I'm assuming you're gonna help him.
Yes, I am.
Doctor.
Hold on, let me see.
I imagine like we're both just for this moment we're wearing like scrubs with masks. It'd be like
That's a 5.
Oh, nice.
Wait.
Okay.
Where did you get those things, you two?
I can't drive 55.
Right now, you can't even drive.
All right. So go ahead, Corval. You can give me a roll. Add +2 to that roll.
any roll, fix roll.
Fix whatever I'd let you use Dex because this has got to be real delicate what you're doing, or intelligence.
Joke's on you. Corvold has no intelligence.
Nice. That is that's a 6. Actually, no, that's a 7.
7 total. Is that with the +2?
No, that's just regular. With +2 it'd be 9.
Yeah, because you got +2 from Carlton helping.
Yeah. So that's a 9.
Okay, so once you get in here and you start to repair it and figure it out, you realize one thing, that somehow the way that they designed this system in his head is that when the EMP would hit, it should have killed him. It should have like literally just blown his head like right off.
Oh man, we just murdered this poor guy.
But you know how to fix this thing and to set it so his memory, he'll retain his memories, that it will not do that.
But is it going to kill him the next time the EMP goes?
No.
Okay.
But Corval realizes that that's how they had set it up before. That when the EMP would be shot, it would kill him. But somehow it
trying to kill him.
malfunctioned and he just lost his memory every time.
Somebody didn't want you alive.
Oh, well, screw that somebody. 'Cause I
Well,
am.
check. Go back through your book. Do you have any? Like, you have a bunch of friends written down. Do you have any enemies written down in there?
No, I mean, it says Shorter's my friend. Who's that?
He's probably not your friend.
Oh.
He left. He went on vacation for a time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, you could. I mean, I got a bald spot back here, but it's fine. It hurts a little bit.
The bald spot is his only friend.
Well, but also, like, you're worried about a bald spot when it, like, have you seen the charcoal broiled mess that Anne May's arm is? I mean, like,
No, I'm not worried
in
about it. I'm just saying,
comparison,
like,
I mean, there's a lot of problems we're dealing with at the moment.
and
normal arm.
are you wearing gloves?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes. Part of the bodysuit.
Okay. You realize that the feeling comes back to your hand, like it doesn't hurt anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna unzip the back and just lower the shoulder so I can see.
So your arm is kind of still black and hurts, but your hand looks perfectly healed.
I guess it's a slow burn, if you pardon the pun.
I just imagine humorous Harold like yucking it up in the back. That was a good one. I'm gonna use that in my next show.
Yeah, as long as I'm credited, it'll be fine.
20% of zero, just like my manager.
Yeah, the best deal I've had since I landed on this planet.
So with Memento sitting in the chair, relaxing, and Corvalt has completed. Corvalt and Carl completed the surgery. You start to pull up, and then these like 1-story white stucco buildings get a little bit closer together till there's one that kind of goes up stacked on itself. It's like 3 stories high. It's got some kind of bent like symbol up. It's probably 40 or 50 meters in the air.
Is there anything like a road here in town?
It's all kind of geometric. It's all like lines and grids. So it's like a grid. So, I mean, yeah, you can like drive through the buildings and stuff, much to the horror of most of the residents as you're driving too fast and not going exactly how they want it. And they're just like shocked.
Don't look at me, it's F-350.
So you pull up into the steps of what you would assume would be a place called the Counselor of the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
And they come down the steps wearing, again, like these antique clothes. There's 4 or 5 of them come down and they just look horrified. They look pissed off.
Yeah, I'll get out. Hello there.
And one stops as you. What have you done?
In regards to?
And they point at the plume of smoke across the fields.
Oh, don't worry about it.
You've set everything into disorder.
The whole place was in disorder long before we got here.
I can't. I don't know what you're talking about. It's
Your
completely
efficiency has been
unorderly.
dropping for some time. We're well aware of this.
The efficiency has not been dropping it. It's been fine.
Really? Your people say otherwise.
Another one
How do
speaks
you
of our
explain the
people.
giant plumes of smoke off on the horizon? Sorry, Carlton's gonna shut up now.
What was the plume of smoke?
Basically, the driving over like barren
Us
dirt.
driving through the.
Yeah.
F-350's driving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, us hauling ass across the Agrarius.
Okay.
And
Well aware.
one person walks up and like puts their hand on the truck bed and it's like these strange symbols. Get your vehicle out of here.
I wouldn't talk to him like that. He does get a bit temperamental from time to time.
You're hauling bits of scrap and you've driven all over this grid, creating chaos.
Well, that's hardly saying anything. Chaos is often needed to exist in the first place.
F-350 is going to send you a message on your comment.
It's just
Well,
F-
we
you can't send that to me, F-350, you pervert.
have you received any visitors lately? One by the name of Shorter.
That's a tall order.
Give me a notice roll.
As I was tapping, I got about 15 minutes till I need to come back to the game.
4.
They all look, they're like clear. They give the indicate, they try to tell you no, but you can tell one or two of them is clearly lying.
Well, that's good. It's good he hasn't come by. It'd be unfortunate. We were looking for him.
Yes.
You're looking for him. Are you're associated with him?
We've been known to communicate with one another from time to time. Why?
You said that, or I heard someone had come and taken the group, turned them on a very violent path.
A violent path? Are you talking about the group which we convinced not to come down here and kill all of your people?
Yeah, that was pretty violent.
Yeah, that was a pretty violent path, whoever had them there. Yes.
Yeah, violently not killing. Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
What exactly is going on with the harvesting operation?
That is between us and Geosoicium. For
Ah,
outsiders to decide.
I was unaware that you enjoyed the idea of your ancestors' memories being stolen and used as a fuel source by them.
I mean, it's what do you mean?
Let me show you. And I'm going to take out the device, Peter.
What device?
The one we brought with us and put in the back of the truck.
The lava lamp. thing.
Oh, okay, the lava lamp. Okay.
The lauder lamp. Have you ever seen this before? And I'm going to point towards the black thing.
No.
Let's see. We have a feeling.
Maybe
that
you want
what-
to touch it then. Maybe you want to open it up and stick your hand in there and touch it if you don't know what it is or you've never seen it before. Hmm?
We have a feeling this is what's inside the harvesters themselves.
I'm telling you, this guy knows what it is.
Does he appear to know what it is?
Give me a notice roll.
Can I not?
He would
Oh,
if he didn't know what it was, he would stick his hand in there freely.
Yeah, he doesn't give any indication what the hell that is.
God damn it. He should still stick his finger in there.
this sucks
Yes.
away people's minds and personalities. We found it in the tent that belonged to Shorter. We believe that's what's within the harvesters themselves.
It seems as though they harvest your ancestors' personalities and very sentience to
Imagine
create
that.
artificial life.
Have you ever
Imagine-
met any organic people from the city before? Flesh and blood?
Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm. And how many robots as well? Or machines?
The majority are machines.
Mm-hmm. And do the machines seem oddly intelligent to you?
I don't know. I mean, they seem fairly intelligent for machines. I don't.
What if I told you the city is going ahead and harvesting the personalities, minds, everything about your ancestors and using them to make these machines? Stripping the ancestors of everything they were to create those monstrosities. I hope F-350 isn't offended.
He's slightly
Oh.
jaded, but we need to get off this rock.
So as you're having this discussion, another person comes walking out down the steps, down these like white marble steps. She has like an air of authority. Very sleek, slender, form-fitting clothes. Probably the best looking agrarian you've seen so far. And she definitely makes her antique clothing look in fashion. And she has this big, large headdress, like helmet almost on her head. And she says, come now, our new guests. Let's welcome them in. Enough questions. I apologize for the council's intrusions.
It is quite all right.
Completely understandable.
And your name is?
I am Helena Spiros, the High Priestess, keeper of the internal design.
The internal design. Internal or eternal?
Eternal.
Eternal. Oh, okay.
Don't judge.
Why not?
Whatever people want to internally take.
For all eternity. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, let's
Yeah,
come
absolutely.
inside and discuss things.
Let's go inside. Yeah,
That
seems
would be lovely.
F-350, I think you're going to have to wait out here. I apologize.
You got janitor bot.
Oh, that is true. I just mean the truck as a whole in case
Yes.
I don't want
I-
him to wind up on cinders.
I accidentally left myself muted.
Deploying janitor bot.
Janitor
And
bot.
as you guys are, so Ide stays back with Memento, and humorous Harry looks around like, oh, since I got an audience, here we go. All right, welcome. As he has the council witness standing there, and you hear him as he starts cracking jokes. What do robot dogs have? Robotics. Yeah. All right, here. Welcome, Agraria. Been a long trip.
Can't get rid of him.
Oh, Harry, you're so funny.
Corval, go
I'm
with the rest of the
glad
group.
you. Oh,
Yeah.
as long as I hear the show later.
You walk into this sprawling like marble floor and a fountain that's with water on it, and some kind of art deco, some kind of design and on like a dome. It is very nice. She says she just welcomes you all in. Welcome to Agraria.
Thank you. It's very nice in here. Nicer than the rest of Agraria.
Yes, there was some liberties taken, I'm sure, with the amenities, but we wanted to make it appropriate as an offering to the eternal designer, of course.
Yes.
Eternal designer. What is the eternal designer, or rather, who is the eternal designer?
She points to one, like these written in a language you've never seen. She's like creator, and then she points to another wall, author, designer. I don't know if you've ever heard of CAD before, but he is magnificent.
Don't think CAD had a lot to do with starships, so I probably haven't.
No, well, you can make no rolls.
I don't think a 2 would know who CAD is.
What are you talking about? Like, is it CAD the program? Like,
Creator, author, designer.
yeah,
Give me a no
there you
roll.
go. Yeah, okay. So,
Give me a no roll.
Corval is gonna try to see if he can recall CAD, and he got
4.
Well,
Yeah, you recall an entity called CAD. CAD was all about efficiency. Everything had to be efficient. And there was one time that you've heard through the universe that he went through and would literally wipe out planets if they did not become efficient enough. And what is he is undetermined. Is he a thing or a creation or
Or a program? Yeah.
correct?
An old DeviantArt account? Who knows?
Janitor bot, you can make a no roll.
All right.
Janitor bot
Oh,
knows
that's a
that thing,
6.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
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 Being a VI, I probably know of the most famous artificial intelligence in the
Yes,
universe.
CAD is extremely you know that he created creatures called the Vermeerge, which he sent out into the universe to help with this efficiency problem. And that other entities named the Prime something, and the Traveler were set against him and tried to stop him from going completely crazy.
Can't say the name rings a bell to me.
CAD is a hyper intelligent VI that was obsessed with making the universe efficient.
Oh, your floating robot speaks the truth.
What? More VIs?
This one is or was particularly vicious, would eliminate systems it determined to be inefficient.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
He created a entity called the Vermeerge to come and destroy said places.
Okay, how good or bad is this, and how much does it affect our theory? Sounds like it confirms it pretty damn well.
It seems as though this might be an offshoot or a misleading of CAD's program. Perhaps this is a world that he deemed at one point to be efficient and left.
Oh, well, you are spot on, of course. Jill Soesium arrived at one point and helped us with our inefficiencies. CAD was very pleased with this, and this is how we still exist.
Wait. Joso Isium arrived? It came from somewhere else?
Yes, it did. I mean, our ancestors came here a long time ago. They worshipped some backward entity called Totec, I think. They came in these strange colony ships and crashed here. And over time, they sort of lost their way. But we were restored, fortunately.
Okay. Does this make sense to any of you?
Vaguely.
Okay, have you ever heard of Totec? And what about CAD? What happened to CAD? The Vermiage I've heard of, but
I believe CAD was stopped by a person called the Prime One, and some man called the Traveler were sent against him to stop him from destroying virtually all life for being inefficient.
so what's that mean? Does CAD no longer exist?
No one is for certain.
So does CAD exist in this world as computer aided design? Like, is that like I guess what I'm asking is CAD a piece of software that is designing the universe, or like would I even know that?
You
So-
know everything, of course you would.
You know that in this world, CAD stands for creator, author, designer,
Okay.
and it is some sort of entity that exists in the universe that is all about efficiency.
Okay. Well, then it's
Perfection,
definitely
if
not
I
the CAD
remember
that I'm
right.
thinking of, because man, that fucking
Correct.
software is inefficient as hell. So yeah.
So why would CAD view this world as efficient with all the inefficiencies that exist within it?
I
These
I think it's
houses,
just
the
recently
harvester,
become inefficient, though.
how long have you
believe-
been harvesting?
Oh, we've been harvesting for many, many, many years. It is what our ancestors wanted, of course. We
Yes,
just-
I believe CAD stopped here and they made the system efficient. However, since his departure, things have degraded.
Okay.
At least in his eyes, they have degraded in what you or the rest of the call perfection is imperfect in your eyes due
Wait,
to the lack of creativity, freedom of expression, and so forth.
well, I mean, just looking at the efficiency of the harvesters and the people on planet, why wouldn't you have a machine going ahead and doing the check to see if it's good or bad for the material? That seems like it would be far more efficient than having an organic being that has to be fed and clothed and every number of things.
We just don't have the materials to do that. And everyone needs good order, needs a job to do, and we try to keep them in the working in the best order we can.
That seems very inefficient. Why do you even need the people? Just eliminate them and deal with the problem altogether.
Don't listen to her.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on here. It's supposed to excel at
Just
efficiency.
murder the
It has a
entire
slave
planet and be
race.
done with it.
A slave race is incredibly inefficient, though. I just don't understand.
This isn't.
You have those flying sentinel things and everything else.
This is not a slave. We are not slaves.
Well, you have people who either work here or they don't eat or drink.
No, no one is forced into those things.
So why is everyone working out in the fields then?
Because they have a job to do.
What happens if they don't do the job?
Well, there are those rebellious ones. So they're given alternatives, options,
Such as?
such as re-education, or they are allowed to leave the Agraria.
Why is there no food on the planet?
Our ancestors left us with a lot of stores, a lot of packets, if you will, of nameless food. Though they were preparing for this all along. I don't know. That has never been addressed, but it doesn't need to be.
How many stores? How vast are these stockpiles? They can't last forever.
Oh, agrarians survive on very little sustenance to continue. We are designed that way.
designed that way.
Oh, of course. Yes.
So you were designed. You're not naturally born, if you will.
I mean, born, designed. I mean, it's all the same.
It's quite different.
Is it though? Like,
Earth is very random. It's chromosomes coming together, and it's you see, when a man and a woman really love each other, they get together, and the man pulls out a small.
Carlton puts his hands up on his
and-
knees like this, and he's just listening.
Carlton, what are you doing? Carlton, not here.
I'm surprised Corval didn't pick up the conversation.
I was going to sound smart, but I have 6 intelligence. I can't be smart. Yeah, I don't really understand it. But I know there is a penis involved. And I know it's random. For example, my mother was a blonde and my father was a brunette. And I'm a brunette, so I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Oh. What? You okay? Koval?
He was thinking about the
Sorry.
random penis.
Is it random or is it random in like shape or size?
What? Corvold? What are you talking about? I mean, I'm sure there are factors with the genetic stuff, but I don't understand it.
But yes, to answer your other questions, anime, I believe the intellectual fallacy that Cad ultimately suffered from, it seems as though he struggled trying to make the imperfect perfect,
Yes.
thus creating a still flawed system.
So were you designed as a people? Were you genetically or mechanically manipulated to become the design you were? Or did you just have 2 people have sex and it was random and you just used the term designed and as opposed to birthed?
We haven't seen any children on our way here, have we?
Oh, don't tell me that. That's not what I want to hear. Listen,
We were
I have
designed all
nothing.
along. I mean, I mean, do you want to see our nurseries? Is that what you wish to see, our children? Or
Do you have nurseries? They're not raised by a mother and father?
well, when they are, if they cannot be watched over because of their parents are working?
Oh, okay.
Are
No,
children designated to a couple or born from said couple?
Oh, they are born in the cycle, of course.
okay. So you're not exactly designed, you're standard birth. Okay. So your population, what's the rate of birth to death? How many people are there here on Agrarius? It's not what our
Population is
characters know.
500,000.
Yeah, it's not
So,
what our
yeah.
characters know, it's what she knows.
Yeah, she would say it's 500,000 or so.
And
Okay.
how long has it remained 500,000?
I don't know the exact. One of our council would probably know those numbers better than I.
F350 will stop being janitor bot for a hot minute, and the council members were around F350, were they not?
Oh yeah, they're hearing all these terrible jokes that.
How long
Numerous
has the
here.
population been 500,000?
At least, I mean, it's been that way for a few cycles.
And before that, was it larger or smaller?
There's a variation of probably a couple percentage points.
But roughly around the 500,000
Yeah,
range.
yeah.
Thank you.
And F-350 will go back to being janitor bot.
It seems as though the population has always been at or around 500,000.
Who determines
What?
who's allowed to have kids? Is there a cycle? Is there a
No,
time
there
when
is
people are supposed to
no,
get
there
pregnant?
is no. We do not. There is not a. It's not any kind of mating restrictions.
Well, great.
Corvold,
No, that's actually bad news for Corvold because that means they kill their old people.
yeah. quite often. How old do most people live to be? How do they normally die? Old age or?
Yes, they just succumb to the slow, inevitable decay of their existence.
Oh, I was hoping for death by snoo.
Corvold, you keep talking like that, and I'll arrange that for you tonight. How often?
I don't know about that.
About how old do your people live to be?
Oh, 120, 25, I would say.
So a few years younger than Corvold.
About 30. Okay, so, and they just die naturally. Do you have any food shortages?
No, no, we don't. We are sustained on. We don't need much to sustain our existence.
Where do the food packets come from?
They are kept in stores underneath the city.
I
I
see.
said the ancestors brought many supplies.
How full are the stores still?
I mean, 50%, I would
Is
say.
it all just like chalky beats left?
Unfortunately, sometimes you get the chalky beats. Yes.
And are there any?
there?
Oh, go.
I was just gonna ask if there's other flavors or if it's all chalky beats.
Oh no. Sometimes you get the lemon turkey, and it is delightful.
Oh.
How are there any markings on any of these food packs?
They've all worn off.
Why is it that you don't grow any food crops here as well?
We have never attempted. It's never been in the order of Gilsoisium. They do not require that of us.
That's very strange.
Yeah, wouldn't it be more efficient to like be self-sufficient, right? Like provide your own food and stuff?
And if there's no food shortage, that means the population should be in an upward tick, but it's not.
These individuals sent to re-education, how often do they return?
Oh, when they are re-educated.
What percentage of re-educated people return?
Oh, all of them.
Where do they go for re-education?
Oh, there are facilities below the city that do that.
Very interesting. What type of techniques are used?
Just simple audio visual things that are done to help them with whatever deficiencies they have.
Is it a machine that does it, or?
It's something Gilsoisium has provided us.
Very interesting. Would it be possible for us to see one of these re-education camps in action?
No, we do not. Very few get to see it. I don't like to disturb what is going on down there.
Oh, who runs
Oh.
the facility?
I mean, one of the council members is in charge of getting reports, but we,
F350 has a theory.
I have a
Message
compact.
to you. Actually, I'll message this one to everyone.
Oh,
Okay.
So, who do you deal with from Jilsovisium?
Who do we deal with? Oh, they usually have number or letter designations.
is it one of the flying people?
Sometimes they show up they fly on backpacks.
Yes, I see. Very interesting. And what about the others who fly with them? The Guardians, I believe they were called, or the
Oh, the Gilso cervix. They are just they just provide protection.
I see. And then the machine things?
Yes, the flying machines. Yeah.
Why don't they ever go into the forest?
Oh, the jungle.
The jungle, yes. That thing with green stuff everywhere.
I don't know. That's an excellent question. I just
A particular reason, or
I don't know. Those jungles are sort of recent developments.
recent? What do you mean by recent?
Oh, they just came here. They haven't been here the whole time.
How recent are we talking?
Oh, I don't know.
What about the rivers and lakes? Have they always been here?
Oh, the water.
Is
You
that
mean
any
they're in the jungle? These rivers?
Yes, and on the outskirts of the town.
Oh,
Are they new? Or?
they must have showed up at the same time. I am unaware. We do not venture into the jungle. It is very dangerous.
Where do you get food? Where do you get water from then?
Gelsoecium provides us with the catchment system and filtration.
Where do you get oxygen from?
What we breathe, I mean, we breathe what we
Plant-
breathe.
Plant life is necessary for oxygen to occur, whether it be algae or fungi or trees. And you've been breathing before the jungles were here. And you said there was no water, so that means that there couldn't have been any algae growing either. So before they appeared, how were you able to breathe?
We always have.
Corval, does this make any sense to you?
A little bit.
What exactly is it that you go ahead and are harvesting for the people?
Well, it
Oh.
is obviously it's where we put our ancestors, of course. They can
Yes.
continue producing and giving back to Gelsoecium as they have given to us. I believe Gelsoecium calls it lifeblood or something of that effect.
Bodies normally decompose after a time. Tell me, does anyone get sick on the planet here?
I don't. There are sometimes illnesses, I would assume.
You're not certain though?
We've never had any plagues or pandemics or.
Oh, the odds of a pandemic happening on a modernized society are almost impossible. With all the modern safeguards, I don't think it would actually occur. Okay, so that means there's bacteria or at least a viral infection capability here. There are many questions that need to be answered. Corval, do you have anything you'd like to ask? Will I get my thoughts?
Yes. Where are the bathrooms?
Oh, terribly sorry. He is a bit up in years, as you can tell.
Yes, yes. He is obviously an elder, well respected in your group, I would imagine.
Yes, I am well respected.
I
All
see
the
you
time.
carry. I see you carry a gladius as well. Are you a warrior?
I was
He's
born with,
Spartacus.
I was born with a sword.
And how well do you wield it?
He brandishes it towards her. Do you wish to test me?
I'll keep that in mind.
He is more than capable to hold his own in most situations. What causes people with the wrong ideas to wind up in the re-education camps exactly?
They sometimes just become too inefficient to be re-educated. She points over to a hallway, Corvault, a long hallway, and she says, "Behind that drape there is the latrine."
All right. And he like hurries over in like that fast walk.
You walk down this hallway, and there are doorways with drapes, curtains that lead all the way down to the end. So you're passing all these doorways with the curtains.
Okay.
Did you get my contact message?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Well,
Also, I do have a question.
What happens to those who are deemed inefficient?
They're very educated.
I'm going to look at Janitor Bot. Are you familiar with what's actually inside of the refinery device?
The refinery device. What do you mean?
The machines that go around the earth harvesting?
Oh, the harvesters. Just whatever Josoecium is put in there. I mean, I know they spray and they do some sort of treatment and maintain the elders in their decaying state.
Maintain might be a bit of a strong word. If someone is inefficient and they wanted to be re-educated, would they be allowed to be? How would they go about being so?
Oh, they would just come to someone who is an elder, and they would just voluntarily enter the program, I guess. I mean,
How long does the program take?
as long as necessary.
So wait, so do folks voluntarily enter the program, or are they chosen? And if so, who chooses them?
I'm unaware of any who have. Some do volunteer. They are troubled by their inefficiencies.
So who calls out? Who points out the inefficiencies?
Oh, other members of Agrarian, of course. They're always looking for inefficiency, and then the council decides whether they should be re-educated.
In that case, I would like to present myself for re-education.
Oh,
I think you're
I see.
efficient.
Seem pretty efficient, man. I don't think you want to do that.
A lot of people think that, but I'm good at faking it till I make it. Where do I have to go?
Oh, well, there would be a council vote, and then we would decide on that. This is very strange. I mean, what does the rest of you think?
I'm efficient as hell, super efficient. Like I've never been more efficient in my life.
My colleagues aren't quite efficient. I believe I'm the only one who is lacking.
My systems are nominal.
Our vehicle drives itself, and I'm an expert pilot, which means I have no function there. How's that efficient?
She's like, okay. So she's like, I need to speak with the council. The council finally comes in. It's they're mumbling something about humorous Harry was like taking a smoke break, so they all left. They didn't want to catch the second act.
What?
So they all huddle in the corner. She says, "I need to speak with you." And so she has him in the corner talking in this room. Corvald finally returns from the bathroom, unless he's going to try to go into any of these other rooms, or he forgot where he was going.
I think Corvald would just would return directly.
Okay. So you guys are
Very
all there.
efficiently, he returns from the washroom.
A very efficient return.
Yep.
So she returns and says, the council has decided that on your request that the conditions are we take all of you or none of you are allowed to go. And we will stop right there.
Oh dear.
Thanks, Anne. Now we're gonna get reprogrammed, re-educated.
Well, you don't have to.
It'll be cool. It's like the scene from Red Dawn when they throw a guy in the avenge me, boys.
Oh, the hope is that only I will be reconditioned, so that way you can examine the implants and everything within me and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I have a theory that maybe Memento was once re-educated.
Yeah, and that's why he has the implant.
The
in his
implant.
head.
And
Yeah.
should the re-education fail after you complete the program, you just die during a reset, and everyone wonders why you just keeled over randomly.
Yep. And there's something fishy about the population and the fact it hasn't been growing, and somehow these people are surviving without
Yeah,
obvious
there's
production of oxygen.
I believe they're culling themselves unknowingly. They're keeping their own numbers in check unknowingly.
Yeah, somehow something's driving them to do it.
Because humanity in general does not usually typically like to function in this type of order. So they're the only individuals who are surviving are the only ones who are able to tolerate this level of order.
Not to mention the population stagnation, despite vast food supplies,
Hmm.
which that's not how organic creatures behave or act. You tend to grow, and since they're not being forced to grow X number of babies or anything, it's adding to the question of, okay, why is their population staying like this?
Yeah.
Should be growing.
And at least some of these players will know that CAD was stopped in a previous campaign, because that's how we ended it.
Yes.
Yep. That got drop. I'll see you guys.
All right, guys, appreciate
Thank
it. It is Stars Without Number, Wild Wolf. No?